get Dawson charged with kidnapping the Lindbergh baby.
Are you drunk?
Pretty much.
I'll make a cup of coffee. We've got a long night's work.
She's gonna make coffee. He wasn't at the meeting. He wasn't even there. That was an important piece of information, don't you think?
It was a setback, but we fixed it. We fixed it when we get to Markinson.
Markinson's dead. He got in full military uniform. He drew a nickel-plated revolver from his holster. He fired a bullet into his mouth. He was at the Beltway Motor Lodge, 6 blocks away from here. Anyways, since we seem to be out of witnesses, I thought I'd drink a little.
I still think we can win.
Then maybe you should drink a little.
We go to Reno. Right now, we get a 24-hour continuance.
Why?
To subpoena Colonel Jessup.
What?
Listen, just
No.
hear me out.
No, I will not listen to you, and I will not hear you out. Your passion is compelling, Joe. It's also useless, because Loudon Downey needed a trial lawyer today.
You walk away from this now and you've sealed their fate.
Their fate was sealed the moment Santiago died.
You have to call Jessup.
I don't have to do crap.
Why did you ask for the transfer order?
What do you...
In Cuba, why did you ask for the transfer order? Why did you ask nicely?
What does it matter why?
Why?
I wanted the damn transfer order.
Bull! You could have gotten it by putting any one of a dozen departments at the Pentagon. You didn't want the transfer order. You wanted to see Jessup's reaction when you asked for it. You had an instinct, and it was confirmed by Marcus. Now, damn it, let's put Jessup on the stand and end this thing.
What possible good come from putting Jessup on the stand?
He told Kendrick to order the code red.
He did? Why didn't you say so? I assumed you had proof. Oh wait, no, I forgot. You were sick the day they taught law at law school.
You can put him on the stand and you get it from...
Right. Yes, we get it. Colonel, isn't it true that you coerced the doctor, forged the transporter, doctored the logbooks, and ordered the code red?
Look, we're all...
I'm sorry, your time's up. What do we have for the losers, Judge? Well, for the defendants, it's a lifetime at exotic Fort Leavenworth, where every day is Valentine's Day for our handsome young Marines. For Lieutenant Clappy? That's right, it's a court-martial. Yes, Johnny, after falsely accusing a highly decorated Marine officer of conspiracy and perjury, Lieutenant Clappy will have a long and prosperous career teaching typewriter maintenance at the Rockwell Colombo School for Women. Thank you for playing Should We or Should We Not Listen to the Advice of the Galactically Stupid.
I'm sorry I lost you your set of steak knives.
Get the hell out. Stop cleaning up. Sam, stop cleaning up. Want a drink?
No.
Sam, is your father proud of you?
Don't do this to yourself.
Is he? Is he very proud of you?
Yes, he is.
I'll bet he is. I'll bet he bores the crap out of the neighbors, aunts, uncles, people he works with. Sam made law of you. Sam's making a case. He's making an argument. I think my father would have enjoyed seeing me graduate law school. I think he would have liked that. An awful lot. Did you know the man spent half his life defending the Constitution of the United States, and the other half trying to prove he wasn't a communist? And he died young. And he died tired. And I'm very mad about that.
He would have been proud of you yesterday. You should have seen yourself thunder away at Kendrick. It was a sight to see. Your father would have been proud of you yesterday.
And what about today?
Today, you did the best you could.
We should go talk to Dawson.
I'm gonna miss being in charge of socks and underwear.
What?
I was just making a
Socks
dumb...
and underwear.
Yeah.
Who knew that Santiago wasn't being transferred? Name the people.
Markinson?
Right?
Jessup?
Who else?
Kendrick?
And Santiago.
What?
Santiago knew he wasn't being transferred. Willie Santiago knew. Why it took me 5 weeks to realize this is beyond me. But given time, I'll think of a way to blame it on you. But right now, I need you to brief me on Jessup, and I need Joe to get the continuance.
What the hell are
that's that. He eats his breakfast 80 yards away from 4,000 cubits who are trained to kill him, and no one's going to tell him how to run his unit, least of all the pushy, broad, smart unit at Harvard now. If I can get him to defend himself, if I can just get him to defend himself, he'll say he ordered the code red.
You still need a window. He has no weakness. He won't let you near him.
He has a weakness.
What?
He thinks he was right. Let's go. Say, Sam, have you heard the story of Lieutenant Commander Galloway and Lieutenant Colonel Jessup?
Indeed I have. It's a story of courage and conviction, is it not?
Right you are. Commander Galloway was investigating a crime, and she had a question she wanted the colonel to answer.
This colonel's a very intimidating character, right?
Well, sure. To some people, he's the stuff of which nightmares are made.
But not to Commander Galloway.
No, sir. Commander Galloway ain't scared of nothing. She had a question, and she was going to get an answer. She was confident. She was relentless. She did her job.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you about Lance Corporal Dawson and PFC Donald.
Downey.
Down.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Well, I just can't accept that. We braved extraordinary elements to get over here. My car broke down halfway up Main Street. Instead of walking a quarter of a mile to get help. Anyways, the wife and I were thinking about maybe going to court tomorrow, maybe saving our clients' lives, and, maybe just sending some homicidal maniacs behind bars for food. We thought you might want to come along. What do you say?
I can't seem to defend you.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Joanne, you're my hero. From the first day, you were a lawyer. Live with that.
Lieutenant Cappy, are you ready to call your witness?
Your Honor, I don't suppose it would do any good to make a motion for dismissal at this point.
Glad to see you solve your sense of humor, Lieutenant.
Defense calls Colonel Nathan Jessup.
Colonel Nathan Jessup is called.
Colonel Jessup, have you previously sworn?
I have not.
Would you raise your right hand and put your left hand on your Bible? Do you swear that the testimony you will give in the journal court martial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Would you state, for the record, your full name, rank, and current ability, please?
Colonel Nathan Robert Jessup, Commanding Officer, Marine Ground Forces, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Thank you, sir. You have a seat.
Colonel, after you learned to send Cowboy's letter to the NIS, you're going to meet with your two senior officers, isn't that right?
Yes.
The company commander, Captain Matthew Markinson, the platoon commander, Lieutenant Jonathan Kendrick.
Yes.
At present, Captain Markinson is dead.
Objection. I'd like to know what the defense counsel is implying.
I'm implying simply that at present, Captain Markinson is no longer alive.
Surely Colonel Jessup would have to appear in this courtroom to confirm that information.
I just wasn't sure if the witness is aware that 2 days ago, Captain Matthew Markinson took his own life with a .45 caliber pistol.
The witness is aware, the court is aware, and now the jury is aware. We thank you for bringing this to our attention. Move on, Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. Colonel, at this meeting, you gave an order to Lieutenant Kendrick.
I told Lieutenant Kendrick Lieutenant Kendrick to tell his men that Santiago was not to be touched.
And did you give an order to Captain Markinson as well?
I told Captain Markinson to have Santiago transferred off the base immediately.
Why?
I felt that his life might be in danger once word of the letter got out.
Grave danger?
Is there another kind?
Colonel, you have here the paper you signed, and that Markinson signed, ordering that Santiago be lifted on a flight leaving Guantanamo Bay at 6 o'clock the next morning. Was this the first flight off the base?
The O-600 was the first flight off the base.
Lieutenant, you came up to Washington on a flight early this morning, isn't that right?
Yes,
I noticed you're wearing your Class A dress uniform.
as are you, Lieutenant.
Did you wear that on the flight?
Please record, is this dialogue relevant to anything in particular?
Your Honor, the defense didn't have a chance to depose this witness. We'd asked the court for a little latitude.
A very little latitude.
Colonel,
I wore fatigues on the plane.
can you pack a bag?
Yes,
Toothbrush, shaving kit, change of underwear.
Your Honor!
Is the Colonel's underwear a matter of national security?
That's somewhere fast with this Lieutenant Cappy.
Colonel,
I packed a change of clothes and some personal items.
after Dawson Downey's arrest, Santiago's room was sealed and his contents inventory. 4 pairs of camo pants, 3 long-sleeve khaki shirts, 3 short-sleeve khaki shirts, 3 pairs of boots, 4 pairs of green socks, 4 pairs of black socks, 3 olive green t-shirts, 2 belts, 1 sweater.
Your Honor! Is there a question anywhere in our future?
Lieutenant Cappy, I
I'm wondering
apologize.
why Santiago wasn't packed. Colonel, after being subpoenaed to Washington, you made 3 phone calls. I've highlighted those numbers in yellow. Would you please give the court a brief description of these calls?
I called Colonel Fitzhugh in Quantico, Virginia, to let him know that I'd be in town tonight. The second call was to Congressman Richmond of the House Armed Services Committee, and the third call was to my sister, Elizabeth.
Why did you make that call?
I thought she might like to have dinner tonight.
Your Honor!
Okay, I'm gonna put a stop to this now.
Your Honor, here's a list of all phone calls made on July 6th from Vietnam. And also included are 14 letters that Santiago wrote in 8 months requesting, in fact, begging for a transfer off the base. After learning that he was finally being transferred, Santiago was so happy that you know how many people he called? 0. Nobody. Not one called to a parent saying he was finally getting out. Not one called to a friend saying, hey, can you pick me up at the airport? Santiago was asleep in his room at midnight, and according to you, he was getting on a plane in 6 hours, and everything he owned was folded neatly in a foot locker and hanging neatly in a closet. You were leaving for 1 day. You packed a bag and you made 3 phone calls. Santiago was leaving for the rest of his life, and he hadn't packed a thing, he hadn't called a soul. Can you explain that, Colonel? The fact is, Santiago wasn't going anywhere, was he?
Object! It's obvious that Lieutenant Cappy's intention today is to smear a high-ranking officer in the hope of appearance of impropriety when it points to the jury. I recommend that Lieutenant Cappy be reprimanded for his actions, that the witness be excused with the court's deepest